Hello, yes, welcome back. It's been a while, but in 2006, Google released probably one of their most popular EPs of all time, Docs and Spreadsheets. It had this awesome 3-song track list of Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. It was amazing having access to these Microsoft Office applications anywhere you wanted on the internet, and with this built-in collaboration feature, real time, that if you were in middle school at the time like I was, allowed you to have ad hoc chat rooms with your peers that got around the usual content moderation filters that were on school computers. It was awesome, and I've been using Google Docs ever since, up until today. For almost that entire time of using Google Docs, however, I have been absolutely tormented by this one UI UX quirk for years and years and years. And it's this: if you go to copy and paste in Google Docs using your mouse rather than your keyboard, so right-clicking or using the edit menu up top, you will get the following message from Google Docs. It says at the top, copying and pasting in Google Docs. And then it says, these actions are unavailable using the edit menus, but you can still use Control-C for copy, Control-X for cut, and Control-V for paste. This message has tormented me time and time again, because yeah, I usually use keyboard shortcuts most of the time to copy and paste, but sometimes it's nice to use the mouse too, because, maybe your hand is busy mixing your protein shake, apparently. It's so annoying. And so that's what I wanted to complain about in this video today. I thought, I hate this, and I've had this story in my head for why this is the case for a long time. It goes like this. It's pretty short. The engineers, those fucking engineers, product designers at Google, specifically on the Google Drives team, they're fucking condescending at me, saying, hey, you noob, get with the times, old man. Clicking the copy and paste is over. This is your message. This is your notification to start using keyboard shortcuts. That's what I envisioned. And so every time I would see the pop-up, I would just feel like I was being talked down to by the Google team. And early on, sure, it's cute. Oh, you're getting people acclimated to hotkeys. But after over a decade, I was like, I'm over it. Turns out that story is not true at all. Because when I went to look into this issue before recording this video, I did find a lot of complaints like mine across the years, the past 10 years. But time and time again, there was always a consistent explanation for why this was the case. So let me try and break it down for you the simplest way I can, because it's actually a little bit interesting, and I feel bad for this imaginary beef I've had in my head. Here's the reason why you can't copy and paste using the mouse in Google Docs. The internet, it's a dangerous place. And so the way we mitigate that danger is by making the browser work like a sandbox. Because every time you browse the internet, what you're doing is you're going up to random strangers saying, hey, what's up? And then what they do in response is give you arbitrary code that you execute on your computer. Running random arbitrary code from who knows who on your computer is dangerous. And so the browser makes sure that whatever's happening in the browser stays in the browser. If some spooky stuff goes on, that spookiness is at least restricted to the walls of the sandbox. There's a lot of stuff that those sandbox walls are blocking coming in and out, and it turns out that one of those things is access to the system clipboard. The clipboard for copying and pasting is basically this little shelf that's in the background of your computer. Every time you copy, you put something on that shelf. Every time you paste, you take a clone of it, slap it wherever it goes, and that needs to be protected. Because what if you put something really valuable on that shelf, or very sensitive? What if you copied the entire contents of your 2023 United States tax return and put it on that shelf? You wouldn't want random Joe Schmo's code to reach out of the sandbox onto the shelf and yoink all of that shit. That wouldn't be great. And so when the pop-up comes up, it's Google Docs telling you, hey, I can't reach out of this sandbox. That's it. That's the story, except not quite. Here's a little detail I didn't mention at the beginning of the video. I have always been a Mozilla Firefox user. Fuck Chrome, fuck Internet Explorer, fuck Opera, Firefox, all the way. I know there's not a lot of us. It's been dwindling more and more over the years. I think it's less than like 3% of users are on Firefox. I've always used Firefox. Like a decade ago, Google realized that this problem that I'm talking about was bothering people. And so they found a little workaround. They made some Google Chrome extension and just slapped it into Google Chrome, pre-installed. Every copy of Google Chrome has it, and it does some little magic to let you safely access the system clipboard from Google Docs. So it turns out that like 98% of people, 97% of people don't even experience this issue I'm talking about because they're not on Firefox. But I am. I just happen to be one of those 3% of people. And so that's the metaphorical pebble forever stuck in my shoe that I have to live with because I wear Adidas instead of Nikes, is how that analogy shakes out apparently. So yeah, that's everything I have for you today. There's one of these lawn chair videos today because there's no podcast episode this week. These will come back eventually, but not consistently yet. If you haven't been watching the podcast, go check it out. Yep, that's everything. Bye.